guess the project got started when I went to Indiana and visited with my grandparents. I took my video camera and sat them down to interview them individually about their relationship and their lives. What they had to say was extremely inspirational and obviously turned into a much bigger project.
He and his brother had a guitar, and they came in and visited and brought the guitar. And I guess maybe it didn't take me long to fall in love, especially because of the music. And then, of course, on through life, the music took over.
I just think that the spirit and the love that they reflect to this universe is amazing, and that's probably what inspired me the most.
He was darn good looking. Well, he's still good looking yet.
I guess it was meant to last.
He treated me with respect, and even guys in those days, there were a few that didn't.
We've had a lot of good times together. We've had a lot of heartaches together. But I guess living and loving having arguments and making up.
Would you like to live? Could you learn to love like they have?
But that's pretty much our lifestyle.
As now we've interviewed, over 150 people around the world, all different walks of life, really trying to understand the essence of what makes relationships successful. My grandparents have been married for 66 years now, so is that possible? Is that possible in our generation? It's the million-dollar question.
You get inundated by, media and by poetry and by music about what relationships could be. So all you have is the model of your parents and then a bunch of fiction. And you reach for that fiction because obviously it's so much better than what you saw, and you hope that could be true because, fiction is stories about people's lives and it came from somebody's head, so maybe this is how it could be.
I'm insecure, I'm needy, I'm damaged. Do you know all those things that you have to say that to someone in a relationship. You have to say it to someone like, look, I'm all these things, because you don't want to surprise them with it. You don't want to sneak up on them with it. People willing to expose themselves, to be truly honest with someone else. I don't think we are.
The more intensely you fall in love, the deeper the wound was in childhood. And the reason that it's so intense, and the reason people are so anxious about it and get obsessed with it, is because there's a direct correlation between romantic attraction and one's own needs. And the more intense the need, the more intense the romantic attraction. Now, since the needs are rooted in childhood, namely, those are the needs that didn't get met that for the child had to do with survival.
My dad's a wonderful dude. He certainly was not a good dad, wasn't a good husband. He's changed tremendously. I mean, we all make mistakes, and I'm over that, and he's over it. We're all healed in that aspect. But my mom stayed with my dad for 17 years in a horrible relationship. My parents fought like crazy, man. It was just horrible. But they stayed together, both of them. They ended up moving in separate rooms in the house for 6 years. They stayed together because they thought that would be better for me, because I needed two parents in the house. And that's crap. It actually did more harm than good.
As a child, my survival system is dependent upon the caretaker interaction around my specific needs. So if I don't get very much of that, then since those needs are not negotiable, they reside in the unconscious, in the limbic brain, and outside of the cortex. Those and they're timeless. So if they're not met, they're timeless. They never satisfied. They're carried into adulthood. So when you fall in love, you see this person who's similar to the caretakers, with whom the needs were not met. You fall in love, saying, "I'm going to get it now." I mean, there she is. There he is. This is what's going to happen. So you then move toward this person. And if you intensely move toward them, if you feel like you have to have this person in your life, if you feel anxious when they're gone, if it's, real exquisite ecstasy and terrible pain, that means you had a very difficult childhood.
And that would be me. I'm the luckiest man on the planet, dude. I really am, dude. She's... Sometimes when I think about what I have with her, man, it makes me, I want to... and I have, dude. I cry, man. And it's like, it's obviously not tears of sadness. It's tears of joy, man. And it's like, I can't even believe it, dude. I cannot believe how God has blessed me, dude.
Are you alive? Do you dream? Do you sing about things you want to be?
See, the sadness of this is that people yearn for this experience. People can't they have this, and they love it when it happens. And they fell deeply in love, and they were obsessed, and they had nightmares because they thought their partner was going to leave them, and they couldn't get the partner out of their mind. And there's great novels and stories and songs written about just the power of this feeling.
The scary thing is, sometimes I think I'm just going to wake up one day and I'm going to be like, this is not real. And that's the key, is it's kind of like Max from The Mirror. And the one song, I don't even know what the name of the song is, but from the first album, it's like, white knuckles softly. Honestly, it's like you hold on, but you can't hold on so tight that you're white knuckling it, that you squeeze it to death. You gotta let it breathe. You know what I mean?
White knuckles